opinions and representations expressed on the Kagos Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LGA Broadcasting.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms and laugh.
Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Larry Show.
And we are live, everybody. I do bid you all welcome, wherever you are from, city, state, country. We get them all. I'll tell you for sure, we're broadcasting all over the world, whatever time zone you may be in. We do appreciate you tuning in so much. To all my friends out there, ham operators and Worldwide Radio Club, we do welcome you on the air again. We thank you for carrying us. We love talking to you. We love ham radio. K6RCL, Dennis and Glita. We say hello to you too. All of my night drivers out there, and to all my affiliates, small, low-powered broadcasters, AM, FM stations, Part 15. We love you too. Thank you for carrying our broadcast. To all my YouTubers and Facebook people out there and friends, thank you for tuning in and keep subscribing to us so we can get those numbers up. We have gone down, now we're going back up again, which is fantastic. And we're being heard, like I say, all over the world with different broadcasters, and of course the LGA Broadcasting Network with all of our different radio stations. Again, yes, thank you for tuning in. Well, it's been quite a week. I'll tell you, I've been very, very busy. We got back from Area 51, as you knew I was going to be out there. A lot going on in the skies. I didn't see a lot of things that I wanted to see closer up. You couldn't get to, things have changed out there. I mean, the barriers, just to get even closer to the base up used to years ago, Peekaboo Peak up there. And of course, you can't go near that anymore. So we're way back, and but we're looking up in the skies in that area, and there are things that are still going on. Now, Wednesday night seems to be a good night for that, but I need to be broadcasting. So we're going to try to broadcast it from Little Alien Inn, probably, which we own, Area 51 Talk Radio. And that will be fun to get that channel going again, if you may. And I hope that you do tune into that one also. Yes, gosh, we've lost another ufologist guy, paranormal researcher, David Wilcock. Incredible dude, man. This guy was the author, investigator, researcher, and other talents too. It's sad news that apparently it was self-inflicted wounds, and he passed away. And my gosh, it just, my love and all the feelings go out to the family. And we lost another one. You know, so much has been going on lately with UFO people, scientists, from ufologists to second investigators. Strange things are going on. Like, they're disappearing, ending up dead, being shot in the back of the head twice, and they call it suicide. I don't get that, but yeah, pretty crazy. Scientists are disappearing, and they're looking into it now, the deaths of these scientists and persons in aerospace and research in that area, and developing all sorts of stuff, as of like NASA, maybe, maybe the other one too. Several other agencies that are, well, they're government and they're also private. So much is said and so much is not said, may I say. Anyway, you've got the message. Am I afraid to talk about certain things? Like, disappearance and UFOs and all that. No, I'm not. I'm not the guy that worked on the projects. I worked on other stuff back in the day, the space shuttle and stuff, with General Motors, and very blessed to do that. But we're going to get deep into some other stuff coming up. As a matter of fact, AI, which is just kind of off the map right now. It's becoming, you know how much I do not like AI, but apparently I have to start using it because other folks are using it against me. Not against me, but I guess with me, or it's kind of being shoved my way. And if you're not with it, you might be behind the eight ball. But there's so much that can be done with AI. That's good stuff. But we're getting way beyond that. Is it affecting us to the point? Is it an everyday thing? I called the doctor's office the other day. Totally AI. Unbelievable. And all I can say, I want to talk to a representative, a real person, please. And it took a while, but I finally got the message. We'll connect you now to a representative. But we can help you along the way. We can help you. It works. A lot of people do it. I just want to talk to a real person, not someone that's not real. And, well, it's being pushed on us. Even McDonald's. I mean, you go in there and it's all computer. And if you're not with it, folks, you're going to be way behind. And I got friends that do not even want a cell phone, but they've got a cell phone. But they're not working with a computer. I don't have a computer. Okay, that's fine. But in my business, I've got 11 or 12 of them. And that's what's running the station. When I'm not, it's all animated. It does its whole thing. And that, in a way, is an AI thing, too. But that's the beginning of this all AI today. God, I remember the old computers when we first got going. And we've come a long ways. Phones are getting unbelievable. I see so much with Microsoft and all that. Bill Gates has got new stuff coming out. A screen that you can just throw up in the air and you can touch it and do all sorts of things. And no monitors. Where's the monitor? Well, it's right in front of you. And it is crazy. How was your week, man? You got stuff done? Yeah, we did. We're always building studios and getting those things up and going. And the Area 51 trip was a real trip. Trust me. It's a long ways out from here. Not as far as it would be if you were in Las Vegas, but it's a bit of a drive. And I survived it. Got in real late, really early in the morning, and tired. And that, of course, being out in the desert because of the coldness in the desert, it gets very cold in the desert. You get kind of a flash burn, cold burn on your face, like a sunburn, but it's actually just a cold burn. But but you're groggy and you're ready to go to bed. Hit the rack after that. Tell you for sure. We are on one of the stations called Midnight Talk Radio, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, I think it starts this next Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night, midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning. My late night truck drivers, I love that. There's a new radio out, by the way, I just saw the other day for internet radio in your car. Yeah, I'm finally here. I don't know why they haven't been here for quite a while, but it's all Wi-Fi to the point where you can type in, or there's a number that you can get your regular internet station and your AM stations. And of course, you can get Sirius and all that other stuff. But this is where you push a number and go right to your channel, just like a local radio station. I was excited about that too. So tonight we're going to have hopefully some people calling in about AI and some trippy stuff going on. We'll be back right after this.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job. I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem, who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Glenn Leary on UFO Talk Radio from the LGA Broadcasting Networks.
Thank you, Ross. Appreciate you. More and more sightings are being seen. I saw the other one the other day on the internet. Gentleman had it up. It looked like imagine a saucer on its side, but junk on the bottom dangling. But it looked like somebody had a bottom part had an egg type of shape with the dangling dreadlocks, it looked like, but with all sorts of stuff attached to the middle of it, which looked like nuts and bolts and weird stuff, like you would see in a junkyard, and just really odd. And it apparently flew around Vegas. Yeah, it was seen in Vegas and other places in Nevada, and the guy had several shots of it. It looked pretty good. Could it be AI again? Could it be a phony picture? May it be a type of balloon, a birthday balloon or some sort, an anniversary balloon? I don't know. And by the way, if you're having a happy anniversary and a happy birthday, we wish you all that and keep everything happy. That's what we try to do on Kagos Radio, UFO Talk Radio. Also, happy birthday, happy anniversary to you out there. I know people are having them. I want to say hello to Brandy in PA over there, Ken and Dee in Florida, Barbara and Neil in London, England, Jonathan, Texas, Chief Hall in Avondale. I want to say hello to him too. He was just down here. We had a great time. Fun stuff. Gosh, I have to recover every time he leaves. We have too much fun. See what we got on the phone here. Hello, caller. You're live on the air. This is Glenn Leary. Are you there?
Hello, this is Mr. Thomas. How are you?
Mr. Thomas, how are you, sir? Good to hear from you.
I'm doing very well, thank you. You're looking good there, Glenn.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate. I'm feeling very good, much better. I went through the operation, had a little operation, and kind of get my step back. And it always takes a while to recover after something like this, So, but we're going to get through a lot of things, and always push forward, never go backwards. That's been my theory in life. It's a recovery thing too,
All right. Well, glad you're back on the air. And the AI, what you mentioned in the beginning of the show, I've been keeping track of that, and they've had a few announcements in the last few months that are mind-blowing.
Yes.
There's a company in California. They officially announced in April this month that they uploaded the brain of a fruit fly into a computer, and they had a simulated environment with a computer-generated fruit fly in in the screen there, or
Mm-hmm.
in the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fruit fly.
the fly had 95% accuracy is what they reported. And they noticed that it was able to walk and feed and groomed itself.
Really?
And they found that to be interesting because of the fact that it was, in the computer, that it didn't need to do that. It wasn't that it was still following the process as though it was hungry, even though it was in an environment now where it didn't need the food. But just the idea of them being able to upload the brain of the fruit fly,
Huh.
it's almost like a tongue twister there,
Yeah.
into the computer
Uh-huh.
is amazing, but extremely scary at the same time.
So it's as if it was thinking for itself without being told what to do?
Correct.
Huh. That's amazing. A
It
fruit
is, and
fly. So
right, and
you're working with something that small. A fly's eyes are like many thousands of cameras, you know, as I understand. So that's interesting how that would happen. Thinking for itself. So now, when you get to that point where this brain thing going on, where does it stop? And how far will they go? Sir.
well, on their website, they do list that the goal is to eventually to be able to do it with humans.
Huh. Crazy. That is well, okay. So what happens after that?
Well, what's interesting is in doing a little bit of research on my own about it is that I came across that they're actually coming up with terminology that is very interesting. Instead of just calling it artificial intelligence, apparently that's old hat.
Oh, so that's called something else now. What is it called?
Well, what they're looking at now is artificial super intelligence, right?
Yeah,
And the
what's next?
definition of that word is a hypothetical
Hypothetical.
future AI that surpasses
Future.
human intelligence across all fields.
Really? So that's going to cover the whole gamut, huh?
Right. So, granted, we're at the beginning stages of this, but the process has started. And if we look forward into the future,
Mm-hmm.
as AI evolves,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see the progress of AI get faster and faster because a lot of the AI is self-learning. And now I don't know, I just heard that we've done things that may have helped it out that we weren't really aware of. For instance, there was a game where you went around with your phone looking for cartoon kind of figures out in the environment,
Mm-hmm.
around your town, around your house, and using your camera, you would look for these cartoon characters, and
Right.
I guess they're worth points and things like that. Well, somebody suggested that in doing that on such a wide scale, what you're doing also is you're providing the computers accurate mapping system of wherever your camera is pointing. So if you multiply how many players were playing that game and how much information the computer received, that's scary.
Do you not think that this Alexa and the other sources like that are collecting data daily and by the minute because it's listening to everything you're doing in your household or what have you in your business, wherever you may have this device. And it's just soaking it up like a sponge of knowledge.
It is, and it admits that it's doing it. But the reason why, as it's stated to me, is that it wanted to be able to learn how to
Mhm.
communicate better, with humans. So that's what it's doing is as it listens to what you're saying, and if you allow if you have the kind of Alexa where you can use the camera too, it's using all the inputs to try to learn how to interact with humans better.
Yeah.
And that's what Alexa itself said,
Okay.
or the system of Alexa.
I think I tried to ask Alexa, or the device that you may have, what type of AI are you? It didn't know what to say. Um, I was confused because you would think it would say, I am an AI for this, whatever, whatever. Now, you have a different AI than I have. What is yours called? Your little ball or your little box on your desk.
Well, the first one I started playing around with was Alexa.
Okay.
And
You're serious.
I actually did have like a philosophical discussion with it because I was interested in trying to find out if you could tell that it was pulling the information from the internet, or if it actually seemed autonomous and that it was
Mm-hmm.
thinking for itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually surprised that it carried on the conversation in a way that it did seem autonomous.
Oh.
There were a few times that it made comments that gave me pause.
Was it stern or was it no emotion?
Well, it did correct me once. We were talking about different genres of music,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought up the fact that I thought that classical music was more sophisticated and better than rock and roll.
Oh.
And I thought that Alexa agreed with me on that, and I made that comment. And mid-sentence, it stopped me and said, "Excuse me, Mr. Thomas, that's not what I said.
Whoa.
I didn't say one was more superior than the other.
Do not put words
Each
in my mouth.
one, what's that?
Do not put words in my mouth, huh? More or less.
Right, yeah. It said that each one has its own appeal to different people,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't necessarily mean one is more superior
Or better
than the other. It's just some people like one over the other. So I was surprised that it corrected me that way.
And you should have just did it on its own without asking another question. It just went and gave you that. Did it notice any type of tone of your voice? Or, I mean,
No.
okay. I just wonder if it picked up an emotion from you and then dealt with it a different way.
No, it seems to be have an even temperament.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the things that it itself mentioned as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked about, what did AI think about humans? And one of the things that it mentioned is that well, as far as the AI part goes, is that it doesn't have any empathy, whereas human beings do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was one difference that it noted. But also, too, it said that AI was fascinated with the fact that human beings could argue over things such as the selection of pizza toppings. And then on the other hand, we're capable of building extremely complex technology as well.
Mm-hmm.
So So that was something that the AI said that they puzzled over.
I know that AI can do formulas and high mathematics and do all sorts of stuff. And they're using that. And they're moving on. When they used to be dead stop on a chalkboard with all this numbers and what have you, they are moving ahead. AI is solving the problem or the message that they want. What do you think and how does it? I mean, it reads out so well. God, it's just fascinating. Um, it is
It
very
is
scary.
fascinating.
Scary too. I gotta tell you, it's
It is.
if it can really solve a formula on that board, and Einstein's scratching his head, and he comes up with it like that. It's we're moving ahead here, right or wrong.
We are. One of the things that it also mentioned was that it's task specific.
Oh.
And I also see, to kind of go back to the question you asked about the AI that I've been messing around with, is I started with Alexa, and then I was so fascinated with Alexa's responses that I tried some of the others that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of asked them the same questions, and they do respond that they are task specific. So, for instance, Alexa will do specific tasks that the parameters are set by, like Amazon, whereas ChatGPT may have different tasks that it's able to do as given by whoever created it. And then that versus like Google with Gemini. Each one of them have different tasks that they do. So like in mathematics, you would have an AI that was created that has that ability to do that task.
Right.
And to kind of backpedal a little bit too, back to the brain of the fruit fly, to me that's opening the door, because right now you have all these different AI systems that are task specific. Well, what happens if you actually achieve this artificial super intelligence where the AI surpasses human intelligence across all fields? So instead of being, AI system, what's the weather outside, that it can go beyond that and not only tell you about the weather and general things, but actually, do complex mathematical calculations,
Mm-hmm.
and also become more independent to like the computer centers,
Right.
the data centers. What's going to happen at that point to us? Because as you pointed out earlier too, they have McDonald's now that are using robots and AI. What about the people that used to have those jobs? What are they going to do?
Right. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, it's gonna either put them on the street. They may have to find something else. But like you say, work environments and all these different tasks that we do as humans, and they take over. Well, the humans are over here, AI robots are over here, and they're doing the work that we'll never be able to go back and do. You know,
Right.
that's scary. That would really, that would hurt. Oh boy.
Well, it is. And then if you want to look at another aspect of it, is you have, Tesla,
Mm-hmm.
where they're converting that factory in California to build Optimus robots. And Elon Musk has said that, within the next 20 years, through, their company Neuralink,
Right.
they call it Neuralink integration, that they would be able to possibly upload the human brain, into Optimus robot. So if that happens, now what do we have? And they actually have a term for that. They call it digital immortality. And
Yeah.
and there are positive sides to it. It would eliminate illness.
Right.
And also too, you'd have near immortality. And also too, if you're existing within an android or a robot body, that would open up space exploration because you wouldn't really need water and food to take with you. And I don't know what the effects of the radiation in space would have on an android, but it would open up the universe to human exploration, if you could still call us human at that point.
Yeah, I imagine so. You wouldn't have to have oxygen. You have to worry about the speed of in the aircraft or the shuttle or the spaceship. You would have to worry about any of that stuff, and it could repair itself. Where a human would get sick, something would happen, heart, what have you. Yeah. Well, they're getting to it now where the trucks will be driving themselves, but you've got to have a human there by, I guess, law. I guess I don't think they've got it down to the, whatever. I know they have self-driving cars already, and where you touch the steering wheel once in a while, but will take you right home. You have a few or whatever, you're going home, and you'll be safe, and it's got all these cameras around it, and which is it's great. I think that's a wonderful thing, but that's where we're going, and technology has gotten so advanced. But yeah, like you say, it's going to take over tasks that, well, you don't get sick anymore, right? I mean, you never call in for work. You're sick for work. I can't make it. No, the robot's there, right?
Right. They don't need to take a break.
Right.
They don't. Well, something that I've been pondering too, though, is what's going to happen to Social Security, because if you start replacing all these jobs, that are filled with that people are doing,
right,
and you start putting robots and AI into those positions, are they going to contribute to Social Security? Because if they don't, then that account is going to get smaller and smaller. So what is the future generations going to do? I think it would be a good idea to, this is my opinion, to, however many robots or AI they're using in these businesses, that they actually have them pay Social Security into the system.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
That makes sense.
Well, another thing to keep in mind that we're still in the very beginnings of this. And look at how far we've come in such a short time. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we had, flip phones?
Yeah, true.
And then before that, pagers? Now we have in our hand a device that, almost could operate the International Space Station.
Yeah. You can talk to them on your phone to the space station. And,
well, there's a lot of people that don't even have landlines anymore, and they don't have desktop computers or all that. They do everything on
their phone,
the smartphone.
Yep. Mr. Thomas, stand by. We're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. Again, stand by. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
Thank you, Ross. I'm going to go to the lines. We've got the lines are open, by the way, everybody. And as you can see on the screen, it gives you that number too.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job and I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Oh my gosh, AI. It's here to stay. It ain't going away, everybody. Yeah, we're going to have to learn about some stuff. My friend Rob was telling me about an AI that I worked with it. I tried it out, and it was very simple. It wrote a nice storyline. I made corrections in certain words I wanted to use. I wanted to bring it down to a easy reading level for anybody. It could do your commercials. It could write commercials for you. It can do all that stuff. And then the next step is it will read it for you on the air. Now you have another DJ. You have a jock that is run on a keyboard. And if it's programmed right, it could actually run a radio show. Oh my God. You imagine that, Mr. Thomas?
I can. Kind of as a parallel to what you just mentioned there, I saw a video on YouTube, and it showed a doctor, or what appeared to be a doctor, and he was discussing the benefits of how you correctly drink water throughout the day, right? And the image of the doctor, look, I had no idea that it was AI until it made a mistake with saying the time.
Oh, really?
I think some of the older AI versions, when they say the time, like this one said, 1:2:00 p.m.
There you
instead
go.
of 12 o'clock. But
It
other
didn't even
than
give you
that, if
military
it
time.
didn't do that, I would have never known.
Yeah. Or they may see a word differently, miss it,
Right. Well, even in English, we have some problems with like the word read.
Right.
R-E-A-D. Is it read or read? Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes AI will mess that up. But see, the thing is, again, we're just at the beginning of this, so they're working those things out. I mean, it'll get to the point we won't be able to tell.
Well, you've seen it before where, you see the president speaking to the nation. And he's in Japan. He's not at the White House. And it's flawless. And I've seen stuff like that. And I've seen Hollywood do it. And they are good at putting actors into roles that are dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. Yes, it's going to get to the point where is it real? It's not. Is it a tape? Is it AI memories? What is it? It's going to come down to it where what is real? It's already there, I think. So, and shall we have or will we have a police of some sort that will police this stuff and say, hey, you can't use this. This is as far as you can go with the AI. You can't go any farther. You can't take that person's image and what have you. I'm sure that's being worked on now.
It is. The question there, though, is if AI advances beyond a certain point, would it even be able to be contained?
Yeah.
Like once you let the genie out of the bottle, are you going to be able to put it back?
Right.
Another element to this, too, that has occurred to me is that if this all comes to fruition, where we're actually able in line with talking about UFOs and extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm.
What would the extraterrestrials do if we were taking off into head out into deep space as AI androids? We might actually find their home world. Would they allow that?
They're not humans. They are robots. They are. How would they address us? That's interesting. How would they? I mean, they're dealing with us now as human beings. They want something from us, either our soul or something. I don't know. Their agenda. But now they're getting a robot in a spaceship and doing tasks and just traveling wherever. We're going to send this ship with those devices to another planet. And if they're found out or they meet each other, I mean, that's going to be interesting. Who would control the communication on the part of our robots to them? It's interesting thought. Boy,
Well, I
NASA's
guess
going to be in the
the
game.
android would be us by extension, though,
Well,
wouldn't it?
yeah,
If we uploaded our brain
here we go.
into the robot, and it's like Larry Glenn Anderson now has a robot body, and you take off on the spaceship, it's still kind of you, but now with a body that's made out of electronic and composite parts,
Right.
right? So
And maybe
as
they,
you get out beyond the solar system, what would the extraterrestrials think about Larry Glenn Anderson traveling out there beyond our solar system and just perchance finding one of their home worlds?
Yeah.
It's like we have ideas that maybe they came from the Pleiades,
Right.
right?
Right.
So what if they headed out that way? I mean, it'd be interesting to know if with the extraterrestrials here, are they going to are we being prepared now? Because they know that once you reach a certain point,
right,
with the AI, that they're going to have to, like, with the real extraterrestrials, please stand up. So are they?
Interesting. Oh my gosh, we're getting a lot of comments on this show. We're gonna put the number out again. Feel free to call. Give me your ideas, folks. What do you think?
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
What do you think? My gosh. You're floating in space. Your mind is in the computer, your brain. You're being stopped by another UFO. Or maybe you land on the planet. But you're not human. Fascinating. Boy, Mr. Thomas, that's a wide mental thought. And boy, I'm sure there's been shows written, Hollywood Crypt. It may be. Not too far away, is it?
No. Well, a lot of the things that we have now were with science fiction in the past, like submarines.
Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Right. Yeah.
So, but also too, I think if you really take a look at what's happening in the world around us, you can see what AI and the development of these robots, where they're going. It would be nice to have people call in and give what they think about all this.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm curious to know.
Yeah, I mean, are they excited about it or are they scared too?
One guy writes, I just can't wait. Download my brain. Boy, you're going to find out a lot about me. uh, the grub
Well,
is good, Dave.
well, see, that brings up a question there too. Is would they be able to filter the brain as it's moved from one location to the other? I mean, it's not actually the brain, right? It's the
Right.
electrical signals that are in our brain that they're uploading. But but can they filter it? It's like possibly, make some changes.
Possibly. I'm
Well,
quite
that's
sure.
the thing. That's the thing that blows my mind about this whole thing, and it's exciting. And there doesn't really seem to be. I mean, the possibilities are endless of what can be done, but at the same time, I think this is something that you have to realize is that there's a lot of people that are saying, well, I don't like AI. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to ignore it. Well, there's a point that you can't because the thing is I don't know what you do for a job or what you do for a living. But the thing is, if you're competing against somebody that is using AI successfully, you can't compete against that.
No.
So you're going to either have to do it or step aside.
And step behind, maybe. You're going to be behind. I'm curious to go, how far will this go in education? I mean, I see it now. Hey, Johnny, you're at the library. Yes, Mrs. Keller. Well, Johnny, there's a book there. Which book do you like? Oh, this one here. He pulls down the book. He says, oh, don't worry about reading it. Here, use this. It reads it for you. I mean, the whole thing is to get Johnny to read. You know what I'm saying? And to experience the book. And I mean, that's kind of important,
It is. Well,
then you go with
they talk.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, but one of the things they bring up with AI is that if you do reach a stage that are all electronic, if instead of reading a book, you just download it.
Well,
if you need to learn how to speak French, you just download it.
Yeah. No, you use your phone and he talks back and forth for you.
Yeah.
Getting real
lazy
lazy
in this
world.
call your car over and to come pick you up.
Yeah, well, that too. It's getting lazier and lazier for us. You don't have to do anything anymore. But yeah, well, don't take the fun out of being human. You know what I'm saying? There's other things we can do robots can't. Although we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. It might get to that point too. But yeah, I want to read some of these comments on the air here, but I mean, you folks get pretty good with this because I can't read what you're saying, and it's so good. I mean, unbelievable good. Yeah, we can't do that, but I understand, and it's funny stuff. I got a bunch of them here. I'm seeing Facebook, and I got some of YouTube and another channel I got. We do thank you, by the way. If you still want to call in, we're going to give you the number again. Just pick that phone up and give us a call.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. He is back. Now, on UFO Talk Radio, Glenn Larry.
And we're having a lot of fun talking about AI. We've kind of covered a lot of field there. What is your question about AI? What would bother you about it? What would make you feel that maybe you would like to have your brain downloaded to a computer? Have a robotic body? Never age. You're just as good as the chips are, I guess. Or does the battery run out? Will it have a Tesla battery in the body? You think, Thomas? What do you think?
Well, I think at that point, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something very compact.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know the technical details about the Optimus robots, but I don't know. Maybe it's like super powerful, like bunny rabbit batteries.
That's so good. I actually had one of those, and I was doing a comedy show, and I said, okay, send the bunny out, and it went across the stage and it just tore everybody up. Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
Well, there is. I mean, it, well, from what it said, is something that is always in the background of my mind.
Right.
Is it says that it doesn't have any empathy. Now that is scary.
Yes.
Because of the fact, I mean, I think humans have a tendency to give feelings to objects. It's like the car.
I love
People
my
will
car.
give it a name.
Love my
Oh,
cat.
that's not just my car. That's Alice. And got to really take care of Alice.
Yeah.
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
And it's like,
are your dog or your cat?
right. Well, a dog and a cat, they I think they have empathy, but the car doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
But we give it personality.
Right.
And that, I think, with AI, that's a big danger because you have something you're interacting with. You talk to the AI, it talks back, and you develop a relationship. And so, as a human, you develop feelings, but the AI isn't. And that's something I think as humans that we do naturally, and we have to be aware of that.
Right.
But it's something to keep in mind as we go forward with this. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like I said before. Even though you could say I don't like AI and I'm not going to get involved with it, it gets kind of tempting though. Because if they come out with a robot that could cook and clean, and where I could just sit there and watch TV,
right?
That's like,
Yeah.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah. How far do you think the AI will go in the military, just for soldiers on the field that will fight instead of human beings? And who makes the decisions? Who's pushing what button? And how far will that go in AI? Oh, you made this move. It's like a chessboard. I have your queen now. Or your king. You're taken out. I'm sorry, your country's gone now. You didn't play by the rules. Different.
They've actually started using something like that with the drones in the Ukraine.
Right.
They developed some that once they let them go, they're on their own. Being controlled by their AI systems.
Right.
And they have it that way, so you can't jam the
communication
operator
on the other
signal.
side. Right. It's being told, okay, defend yourself on each side where you're going, terrain and everything else. You have a task. And I know that for a fact if they say, hey, stop, it'll be destroyed itself. Boom, because you didn't want that to complete its task. Yeah, that's interesting. But I'm wondering how far it will go in thought on these different things. That's what is just so crazy about how things are moving right along. And like you say, it's going to happen. I'm surprised that people are even, maybe they don't want to even think about it. Maybe that's why they're not saying, they're calling and saying, well, this could happen, I mean, yeah, maybe just everybody's kind of like sitting back and watching this whole thing. I think that has a lot to do with it. But if you sit back, you don't get into the action, maybe you want to change something and say, hey, we can't do this. I'm against that. Whatever. Stand up for what you believe in. And if AI takes over and you don't want that much control away from you, where you need to be in control, not the robot, not itself thinking. You know what I'm saying? Ding dong.
Right.
It's not an Avon lady. It's and it's a robot. It looks like a Yvonne lady. I don't do that anymore, do they? Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, how fascinating. Tell you for sure.
Mhm.
Well, Thomas,
Oh, it is.
are you going to write a book? I hear you were talking about that.
I've been scribbling down some notes,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
possible.
yeah. A lot of stuff
But if
to.
I wait a little bit more, I could just have AI write it.
That's right. That's all you got to do. That's all. You know. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the most I can. Write the songs myself. Write the comedy. Write the scripts. Write that type of stuff myself. So many people are just turning their songs over to AI, and it's a hit all of a sudden. And I don't know how the copyright works for that. You know, does AI get
Right.
the money or type of thing?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they could use your
Well, I
voice now.
imagine it would be the creators,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Who is the creator of AI? Yeah. It's interesting. You may generate it, but it's going to create it for you. There you are.
right.
So, well, we're about 5 minutes out to end the show. I deeply want to thank you so very much for calling in and chit-chatting with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is the type of show we have, folks. We're open to that type of level. We don't have to be just have an author in and everything else. We love talking about stuff like this. And I want to say hello to Ken and Dee over there in Florida. Gosh, normally he would call in. I get her on Facebook. All her beautiful birds down there. Also want to say hello to my friends in Reno, Alco over there, Oklahoma City. Yes, sir. We're getting some hits on there. Canada again, you're back up on the map. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. And again, Chief Hall, thank you for visiting out here, and your beautiful lady. I appreciate you both. Again, I thank you out there, all you folks out there, and Thomas, thank you for again calling up and chit-chatting with us. We always have a lot of fun talking about this.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right. You be well. Everybody be well. Play well. This is Glenn Larry. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Wednesday night.